Hello students, welcome to Power Tutorials. So today we are going to see 2023 year Math Standard live paper solution, and today we are going to do question numbers from question number 1 to question number 28. Okay, so please give me 1 to 2 minutes. I'll just check whether connected everything is fine or not. Okay, so hope everything is fine. So let's continue. So before going to the questions, as usual, first we'll see the instructions. So as I mentioned, the set number is 30/1/1, and the instructions for this paper are, so total we have 38 questions for this paper, which containing 5 sections. Section A, B, C, D and E. Section A contains 20 questions, out of which 18 are MCQ and 19 and 20 are assessment and reason type questions, and all are belongs to 1 mark questions. Then we have section B. Here we have, it is very short answer questions, each carries 2 marks, and here we have 5 questions, and then we have 5 more questions belonging to short answer questions and belongs to 3 marks questions. Section D contains 4 questions, and these are very long answers, and each carries 5 marks. And the last is the case study questions, 36 to 38. You will have 3 questions, and there will be no options for these questions, but internally there will be external options. Like for suppose in section B there are 2 questions, section C there are 2 questions, even in section D 2, and section E also there are 3 cases where we will have internal choice. Okay, so wherever they haven't mentioned to take pi as any value, you have to use it as 22/7. Use of calculator is not allowed. Okay, then let's start with the questions. So if you have any doubt in between, kindly mention in the chat section so that I can check and respond accordingly. I would also mention the same. Hi everyone. If you have any doubts in this session, kindly mention here. Thank you. So let's say the first one. The first question here you can see, it is saying that graph is equal to y equal p of x is given for a polynomial p of x. The number of zeros of the p of x from the graph is. So number of zeros from the graph question, how we have to solve, you have to see how many times it is touching x-axis. And here you can see the graph is touching x-axis at only 1 point. Hence answer is B. Okay. Second one, the value of k for which the pair of equations have infinitely many solutions. So for infinitely many solutions, what is the condition? A1 by A2 should be equal to B1 by B2 should be equal to C1 by C2. That is, there should be coincident lines. Okay. So here the A1 means the x coefficient. So x coefficient is k. Okay, here it is 6. Y coefficients 1 and 2, and C constants 2 and 3. You can see here 1 by 2 cannot be equal to 2 by 3. Hence, you can say it does not exist. Okay. Let's see the next one. Third question. If p minus 1, p plus 1 and 2p plus 3 are in AP, they are asking to find the value of p. So for any numbers to be in arithmetic progression, what is the condition? The difference between any 2 consecutive terms should be same. So second term minus first term should be equal to third term minus second term. Okay, so p plus 1 minus p plus 1 is equal to 2p plus 3 minus p minus 1. So 2p minus p is p, whereas pp gets cancelled here. So 1 plus 1 is 2 is equal to 2p minus p is p plus 3 minus 1 is 2. So p value is 0. Okay, Let's see the next question. Fourth one. So what is the fourth question? In what ratio does x-axis divides the line segment joining the points A and B? So this is A and this is B. 3, 6 minus 12, minus 3. They're saying that this line segment is getting by the x-axis. So for x-axis, the y-coordinate will be 0. If you remember, we have two axes, x and y axis. So this is x-axis. In this x-axis, the y value will be 0. So every point will be minus 3, 0 and so on. And here 0 will be 0, 0 and here it will be 1, 0 and so on. So everywhere y coordinate will be 0 for x-axis. Okay, so let's use that concept here. Just let's suppose the ratios m1 and m2. So y coordinate I am writing, which is 0 is equal to m1 into y2, which is minus 3, plus m2 into y1, which is 6, by m1 plus m2. So this, if I move to right left side, becomes 0. So directly I will write 0 is equal to minus 3m1 plus 6m2. So if I move 3m1 to the left side, it becomes 3m1 is equal to 6m2, or 3 1s 3 2s. So m1 by m2 is equal to 2 by 1. Let's see fifth one. In the given figure, PQ is the tangent. AOB is mentioned this value. They are asking to find measured angle ABQ. They are asking to get this value. Okay. So we know that what is the angle subtended by any tangent? It is 90 degrees. And these two are radius. So it is nothing but an isosceles triangle here. This is radius, this is radius. If two sides of a triangle are equal, then the opposite angles are equal. That is, this angle should be equal to this angle. This angle that clearly mentioned, it is 95 degrees. So let's suppose this is AA, then 2A plus 95 is equal to 180, because sum of all angles of triangle is 180. 2A will be 180 minus 95, which is 85. So A will be 85 by 2. So this is 85 by 2. What about this angle they are asking? But we know that this total angle is 90 degrees. So 85 by 2 plus our required angle, let's suppose it is x, is equal to 90. So x is equal to 90 minus 85 by 2 is 42.5. So 90 minus 42.5 is 47.5. Okay. Let me check the chart section if anyone has a question. Okay. No dots set up now. So as I mentioned, if any dots, kindly mention in chart section so that I can respond. Okay, let's continue. 2 tan A is equal to 3 by 3. They are asking to find the value of 4 sin A plus 3 cos A by 4 sin A minus 3 cos A. So we want to get in tan. What is tan A? Tan A is nothing but sin A by cos A. So to convert sin and we have cos here, so simply what I will do is I will divide numerator and denominator by cos A. So now this becomes 4 sin A by cos A plus 3 cos A by cos A by 4 sin A by cos A minus 3 cos A by cos A. Cos A cancel, cos A cancel. Sin A by cos A is tan A. So this becomes 4 tan A plus 3 by 4 tan A minus 3. Tan A value is 3 by 2. Substitute the value here. 4 into 3 by 2 plus 3 by 4 into 3 by 2 minus 3. 2 1s 2 2s, 2 1s 2 2s, 2 3s are 6, 6 plus 3 9. 2 3s are 6, 6 minus 3 3. So value is 3. Let's go to the next one. 7th question. Alpha and beta are the zeros of this polynomial. They are asking to find 1 by alpha minus plus 1 by beta. Okay. So let's solve alpha and beta. Okay, or else not required also. We can directly use this equation 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta. So if we take LCM, it becomes beta plus alpha by alpha beta. So simply it is sum of roots by product of zeros. Sum of zeros by product of zeros. What is sum of zeros formula? Minus b by a. Product of zeros is c by a. So a gets cancelled. So finally it should be minus b by c. So in this equation, what is b value? B value is 1. C value is minus 1. So minus of b value 1 by c value is minus 1. So minus 1 by minus 1, which is 1. Let's go to next one, 8th one. The least positive values of k for which the quadratic equation has rational roots. So for what is the general formula to get roots? The formula is minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. To get a rational number, definitely this has to be a square number. Then only the root of the square value becomes a normal value. Like suppose root of 16 will have a normal value, whereas root of any prime number or odd number, or if it is not a perfect square, it becomes irrational number. So hence root of b square minus 4ac should be a square value. Okay, so let's substitute that. So b square is k square minus 4 into a value is 2, c value minus 4. So k square plus 4 to is right, 8 4 is 32. K square plus 32 should be a square number. So by substituting which value, I can get k square plus 32 as square number. So nearest square number with 32 is 36. So if I add 4, I will get 36. So 4 I can, so k value can have two values which are plus or minus 2. If I substitute plus 2, it becomes 4, minus 2 also it becomes 4. So 4 plus 32 is 36. Hence plus or minus 2 is the right answer. Okay, 9th one. So it's a direct substitution. 3 by 4 into tan 30 whole square. Tan 30 is 1 by root 3 minus secant 45. Cos 45 is 1 by root 2. Secant 45 is root 2 whole square plus sin 30. Sin 30 is root 3 by 2. So 3 by 4 into 1 by 3 minus 2 plus 3 by 4. 3 gets cancelled out. So 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4. 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4 is 1. So 1 minus 2 is minus. Let's go to the 10th question. Curved surface area of cylinder of height 5 centimeters is provided. Radius of the cylinder, and they are asking to take the pi as 3.14. Okay, in the starting instructions you might have read, if they haven't mentioned the pi value, you have to use 22 by 7, but here they clearly mentioned to use 3.14, so you have to use 3.14. CSF cylinder formula is 2 pi RH. Okay, so let's substitute 2 into pi value 3.14, R value. Okay, R value we need to find. H value is 5 and R the CS is the provided, which is 94.2. Okay, so let's multiply. 5 2s are 10. 10 into 3.14 will become 31.4 into R. So if we multiply into 3, this becomes 94.2. So R is equal to 94.2 by 31.4, which is 3 centimeters. Let's move to 11th one. The model class of this distribution. So we have a distribution, they are asking to find the model class. So before that, let's change this table into some other type, like less than 10, I'll keep it into 0 to 10, then 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, and 50 to 60, because I need to get for each 10 interval, not for the entire cumulative interval. Okay, now let's write it separately. 0 to 10, less than 10 only, direct 3 value. So less than 20 it is 12, but 0 to 10 already 3 is covered, so 10 to 20 will be 9. Same way, less than 30 is 27, but less than 20 is 15, sorry, less than 20 is 12, so it should be 15. So 57 minus 27, so it should be 30 here. 75 minus 57, 18. 85 minus 5 is 5. So let's cross check. If you add all this, I should get 80. Okay. 9 plus 3 is 12. 12 plus 5, 27. 27 plus 30, 57. 57 plus 18. 57 plus 18, 75. 75 plus 5 is 80. So good. So now see whichever is the highest frequency value. This is F value and this is the range, or else I can say class values. So which is having the highest frequency is 30. So the modal class is 30, 30 to 40. So which is C. Let's move 12th one. CSA area of cone having height and radius 12 is. CSA of cone formula. CSA of cone is pi r l. So pi they haven't mentioned any value, so we have to use the value which is mentioned in the instructions, which is 22/7. R value is 7. L is a slant height, so which is nothing but this is L. Height is we know, which is 24. Radius is 7. So this becomes root of 24 square plus 7 square. So I will directly remember it is 625, which is 25. If you want to consequence also do it. 49 plus 24 square is 576. So if you add these two, I will get 625. Okay, 7 gets cancelled out. So it will be 50 and 50. So 550 is the value. 550 centimeter square. So 13th one. The distance between 2 points they are asking. So distance between any 2 points, the formula is root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Substitute the same. X2 is minus 2 root 5, x1 is 0 whole square plus y2 is 0 minus 2 root 5 whole square. So which is nothing but 4 into 5, which is 20 plus 20, which will be root 40. If I take 2 outside, it becomes 2 root 10. So how I got 2 root 10? Because 40 I can write it as 4 into 10. Root of 4 is 2. This way it is 2 root 10 centimeters or units, whatever it is. 14th one. So we have zeros here. We need to get the quadratic equation. It is very easy. Just x minus x1 into x minus x2 is equal to 0. X minus of minus 2 by 3 into x minus of 2 by 3 is equal to 0. So it is x plus 2 by 3 into x minus 2 by 3. So this is in the form of a plus b into a minus b. A plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square. So simply it is x square minus of 2 by 3 whole square is equal to 0, or x square minus 4 by 9 is equal to 0. So if I take LCM, this becomes 9x square minus 4 is equal to 0. 9x square minus 4. Only this is the option, because if I multiply into 5 also, I'll get the same value, because 0 into anything is here. Okay. Solve 15th. If the value of each observation of statistical data is increased by 3, then the mean of the data, okay, this is also increased by 3 only. I will prove it. So let's suppose we have 3 values, x1, x2 and x3. And this mean, okay, let's write it as 1, 3, 5 as the numbers. And if what is the mean of this, it will be, mean will be 1 plus 3 plus 5 by 3, which is 4 plus 9 by 3 will be 3. So for suppose if we are adding plus 3, the clearly mentioned by plus 3, 1 plus 3 is 4, 3 plus 3 is 6, 5 plus 3 is 8. Now let's find the mean value. 4 plus 6 plus 8 by 3, which is 18 by 3, which is 6. Now you can see the difference between these two is again 3. Okay. Let's solve next one. 16th and 17th. Probability of happening an event is denoted by P. The probability of not happening the event is denoted by Q. The relation between P and Q is a direct answer. P plus Q should be equal to 1. Or else P of winning plus P of losing is always equal to 1. Okay. 17th one. A girl calculates that the probability of her winning the first prize is 0.08. P value she got it as 0.08. Total 6,000 tickets are sold. How many tickets she has bought? So P of any event is winning by total chances. So winning by total chances, which is 6,000, is equal to 0.08. So how many tickets she bought should be 6000 into 0.08. So for convenience I'll write into 8 by 100. So 1 2 1 2 6 8 are 48 0. So she has to buy at least 480 tickets to get the probability of getting the winning as 0.08. Okay, let's solve 18th one. In the group of 20 people, so total is 20. 5 cannot swim, so let's write it as not swim or cannot swim 5. The person is, so definitely swimming person are how many? 15, because not swim is clearly mentioned 5. Now let's see the question. If one person is selected at random, then the probability of he or she can swim. Can swim, you have to consider this case. So P probability of this event will be swimming cases by total cases, that is 15 by 20. So if I divide by 5, it becomes 3 by 4. Okay, so next questions 19th and 20th are assertion reason. So these are the options. First option is both assertion and reason are true and reason is the correct explanation for the assertion. And the second option, both are true but it is not the correct reason. And third is C option is A true, B R is false, and the next R is false. Sorry, A is false, R is true. Let's see the 19th question. Point A is the point of intersection of y-axis with this one. So let's find whether it is correct or wrong. So this is the line and they are saying that point of intersection of y-axis. At y-axis what I have mentioned, x should be equal to 0. So substitute x as 0 here. So you'll get y value as 2. So A is correct. A is true. What about reason? The distance of 0.2 from x-axis is 2. 0.2 is here from x-axis. This is x-axis. So definitely it is also correct. So R is also true. So but is these two are related? No. So the answer should be B. Why? Because both are true but reason is not the correct explanation for R. Okay, let's see 20th. The perimeter of triangle ABC is a rational number. So it is not mandatory that it has to be a rational number, because it can also be irrational numbers also. There is not a there is no condition that it cannot be irrational. Okay, so A is false. So we can eliminate 1, 2 and third option. So only option is D, where A is false and R is true. Let's check whether R is true or not. The sum of squares of two rational numbers is always rational. Okay, so I mentioned okay, sorry. So here they are saying the perimeter of triangle ABC. This is the triangle ABC here. So this triangle ABC, they are saying it is a rational number. Okay, now let's go again. Triangle ABC is a rational number. Okay, so 2 and 3 are mentioned. What about here? If 2 or 3 are mentioned, it should be 4 plus 9. What is 4 plus 9? Root over 13. So this is an irrational number. So again, okay, fine. A is again false, because using a Pythagoras theorem I got one as irrational number, so definitely other is also irrational number. Okay, sum of squares of two rational numbers is always rational. Yes, R is true. Sum of two any rational numbers, so you consider 2 by 3, 5 by 6. If I do square of these two also, I'll get as a rational number. Even 2 and 3 are also rational. If I squares of this, again it is rational. But what about hypotenuse? It should be root of squares, sum of squares. So thus it is irrational. Okay, so A is false and R is true, which is C option. Wait, A is false. Okay, sorry, D option. A is false, R is true is D option. Okay, so in this way all the 1 mark questions, that is MCQs, are done. Let's start with the section B questions, where it is very short answers and each carries 2 marks. Okay, let's continue. Solve the pair of equations graphically in the OR using graphical method, find whether the system of linear equations is consistent or not. So both are related to graphical questions. So okay, so using graph sheet you have to do it, but as currently I cannot explain here as a graph sheet. I'm just imagining this as a graph sheet now. So in the graph sheet, what is important is you have to use a scale, that is you have to clearly mention scale and mention x-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit. Same way you have to mention y-axis 1 centimeter equal to 1 unit, and mention this is 0 comma 0, next is 1 comma 0, 2 comma 0, and so on. Same way left side as well as top as well as bottom. Okay, so what is mentioned here, x is equal to 3, so x is equal to 3 will be this line, and y is equal to 4 will be somewhere here. So the point of intersection of these two lines will be 3 comma, okay, so y is equal to minus 4, so it should be at the bottom. 1 2 3 4, so this will be the second line. So these two lines will be intersecting at this point, which is 3 comma minus 4 should be the answer for A part. Okay, same way for B also it will be almost same. Check whether the system of linear is consistent or not. So consistent or not, what is the reason between consistent and not consistent? For consistent there should be at least one intersecting point, for not consistent there should be no intersecting point. So for that graph, how it will be, I'll show here. X is equal to 0 is the y-axis, and y is equal to minus 7, so somewhere at y is equal to minus 7 this will be there. So these are the lines. So the point of intersection, we have a point of intersection, hence we have to say it is consistent. Okay, let's on next one, 22nd. This is little interesting, triangles question. Fine, let's see. I think it is exactly same with respect to XS question also. Let's see the question. XZ is parallel to BC. Okay, AZ is mentioned, AZ, yes, ZC is mentioned, BM is mentioned, MC is mentioned. From the like XY they are asking, so this is a Y point here. Okay, XY this value they are asking. Okay, so as per BPT theorem, what we have to see, or 6.1 theorem also, if you want you can also mention BPT or 6.1 theorem, we have to clearly write. Then AX by XB is equal to AZ by ZC is equal to AY by YM. That is, if two lines, if a triangle is like this and a line is not parallel to the third side, then this ratio is equal to this ratio by this ratio is equal to this ratio by this ratio. Let's write this as 1. Now let's take a triangles AXY and triangle big one ABM. I am considering these two triangles because I have one BM here and I need to find XY. So that's why I have to consider these two triangles. Let's check whether they are similar or not. If they are similar, we can find that another relation. Okay. So if for these two triangles, if I notice, there is one angle common, which is this angle, which is angle BAM is equal to angle XAY. Same common angle. Next, we have also one relation, which is AX by BM, AX by XB, AX by XB. But from Thales theorem, I can also write another equation. So what is from Thales theorem? I can see it is AX by whole line AB is equal to AY by AM. Okay, so we have one angle equal and you have one sides proportional. So using SCIS similarity, I can say these two triangles are similar. If triangles are similar, then the corresponding ratios are should be equal, which is, I'll write it in the next slide. AX by AB should be equal to XY by BM should be equal to ay by ym. Sorry, ay by am. We need to find xy. We have ax we don't have. Az we have. Az is 3, zc is 2, so ac value will be how much? AC value will be 5. So az by zc is equal to ay by am, so definitely it will be again 3 by 5. Ay by am is 3 by 5. Bm we have, what is bm value? Bm is 3. Bm is 3, so xy I can say it is 9 by 5. Okay, how I wrote ay by am as 3 by 5? Because here itself I know ay by am, it is ym here, ay by am will be az by ac. Okay, so that's why it is 3 by 5 is equal to ay by am. So final answer will be xy is equal to 9 by 5. So here MC is not required here. Just for confusing they have provided, but MC is not required. Okay, let's move to the next one. 23rd. So here also A or B, so you could either solve A part or B part, but here I will explain both so that similar type of questions you can solve it easily. So the first one, sin theta plus cos theta, it mentioned as root 3. They are asking to find the value of sin theta into cos theta. So this is for anywhere if you say sin theta and cos theta, always remember the first trigonometric identity, which is sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Okay. So for this what you have to do is squaring on both sides. Sin theta plus cos theta is equal to root 3. Apply squaring on both sides. If you apply squaring on both sides, it becomes sin theta plus cos theta whole square is equal to root 3 whole square. Sin square theta plus 2ab, which is 2 sin theta cos theta plus cos square theta is equal to root 3 whole square is 3. What is sin square theta plus cos square theta? We just know it is 1. So 1 plus 2 sin theta cos theta is equal to 3. If I move on to the other side, we will get 2 sin theta cos theta is equal to 3 minus 1. So sin theta cos theta, which is 2 by 2, which is 1. So the final answer is 1. Okay, let's solve the B part. Sin alpha is 1 by 2. Cot beta is root 3. They are asking cosecant alpha, cosecant beta. Sin alpha is 1 by root 2, so alpha should be 45. Cosecant 45 plus cot beta is root 3, so beta should be 60. No, cosecant beta should be 30. Tan 30 is 1 by root 3, cot 30 is root 3. Sin alpha is 1 by root 2, so 45, correct. So let's see whether they are cosecant and cosecant. Yes, both are cosecant. Cosecant 45 is root 2. Cosecant 30 is 1 by 2, which is 2. So final answer is 2 plus root 2. Let's see the next one. 24th question. Find the greatest number which divides 85 and 72, leaving remainders 1 and 2 respectively. So what do you mean to say? If I want to divide some 85 by another x as a number and getting the remainder as 1, and the same number if I divide it by 72, here I am getting the remainder as 2. So what they want to see? That if I subtract 85, I mean 1 from 85, definitely I will get the remainder as 0. Same way, if I subtract 2 from 72, I'll also get the remainder as 0. So simply, if I divide these two terms with x as a number, then I should get the remainder as 0. So simply these two, 84 and 70, should be divisible by x. Okay. Now we need to find the greatest number. So greatest number means simply you have to get the HCF of these two values, or else simply the highest common factor, which is highest of common factors between these two. Okay. So for 84, how can I write it? 2 into, okay, I'll write it here. 84 is 2 into 42, 2 into 21, 3 into 7. So it is 2 into 2 into 3 into 7, whereas 70 I can write it as 2 into 5 into 7. So which is common between these two? 1, 2 and 1, 7. So common between these HCF is 2 into 7, which is 14. So 14 is the highest common factor between these two. Okay. So if I divide 85 by 14, 14 6 are 84, I'll get remainder 1. Same way for 72 also, 14 5 is 70, I'll get the remainder as 2. Got it? Let's see 25th question. A bag contains 4 red, 3 blue and 2 yellow balls. Okay, let's write here the total as well. 4 plus 2 is 7. So plus 3 is 7. 7 plus 2 is 9. Total 9 balls. Okay, now let's see the question. And ball is rounded at random. When the probability of the round ball is 1 is red, 1 is yellow. So for red, what is the winning case? Red 4 by total 9. Whereas for yellow, total guesses 2, sorry, winning guesses 2, but total guesses 9. Same way for this question, if they ask for what is the probability of the drawn ball is red and yellow done. So can anyone try what will be the probability that the drawn ball is red? Can you mention in the comment section? I will check and I will respond whether it is correct or wrong. Okay. Let's go to the next one, 26th question. So from here we are moving to section C, where we have short answer type of questions and each carries a weightage of 3 marks. Okay, let's see the first one. Half of the difference between two numbers is 2 and the sum of greater number and twice the smaller number is 13. Find the numbers. So for this, let us assume the smaller, let us assume small number and large number as x and y respectively. Now let's see the condition. Half of the difference between two numbers. So it is difference I mentioned as 2. So definitely it's a difference between highest minus small numbers. So simply y minus x by 2 is equal to 2. Half of the difference between these two numbers is 2. Second condition, sum of the greater number, which is y, plus twice of the smaller number. So 2 into small number is equal to 30. So we have two equations. First one is y minus x is equal to 4 and second y plus 2x is equal to 30. So simple, just subtract 1 minus 2. That is y minus x minus of y plus 2x is equal to left side 4, right side 3. 4 minus 13. So simply y minus x minus y minus 2x is equal to 4 minus 13 is minus 9. Y gets cancelled out. Minus 3x is equal to minus 9, or x value will be equal to 3. So small number is equal to 3. Let's see the other condition. Y minus x is equal to 4. So y minus 3 is equal to 4. So x should be 7. We'll also cross check whether our answer is correct or wrong. Just substitute in the question. half of the difference between these two. 7 minus 3. 7 minus 3 is 4. 4 by 2 is 3. 4 by 2 is 2, correct. Sum of greater number plus twice of small number, that is 7 plus 2 into 3. 7 plus 6 is 13. Hence our answers are correct. Okay. Let's move to the next one. Prove that root 5 is a irrational number. This is very important type of question, because this type will definitely come and it is repeating from past so many years. Okay. So first what we have to do is assume root 5 is rational number. So root 5 is equal to p by q, as it is rational, where p comma q are coprimes. Coprime in the sense not having any common factor, and q should not be equal to 0, because denominator we cannot write 0. Now if we cross multiply, p is equal to q into root 5. Now do squaring on both sides. If I do squaring on both sides, it becomes p square is equal to q root 5 whole square, or p square is equal to q square into 5. So from this, okay, let's write it as 1. From this statement I can say that p square is divisible by 5. We have one condition, that if p square is divisible by 5, then p is also divisible by 5. So p I can write it as simply 5 into a, where a is an integer. Okay, now replace p as 5a. Now this becomes 5a whole square is equal to 5q square. So it becomes 25a square is equal to 5q square, or 5 I can cancel out. Q square is equal to 5a square. So again from this statement I can see that q square is divisible by 5. So q is also divisible by 5. But at starting what I have mentioned, p and q should be coprimes. Coprimes in the sense it is not having any common factor. But we got p and q are having a common factor of 5. So this contradicts our statement. Hence you have to write this is contradicting, means opposing, contradicting our assumption. So root 5 is irrational. So you have to mention all these points clearly, then you will get full marks. Let's see the next question. Minus 5, 3 and 5, 3 are two vertices of an equilateral triangle. Then find coordinates of the third vertex such that the origin, given that the origin lies inside the triangle, take root 3 is 1.7. Okay. So if you remember the graph type of question, this is the x-axis, y-axis, this is x-axis. Minus 5, 3 will be somewhere minus 5, and this will be minus 5, 3. 5, 3 will be somewhere here. We need to find the third vertex. This is an equilateral triangle. So saying that origin is somewhere in between. So definitely we have to get a point such that it is somewhere like this. So mostly it should be 0, y only, but still we will cross verify how to find it. Okay. So let us assume that the third point third vertex is x, y. So for equilateral triangle, what is the condition? all sides are equal. So simply the distance between minus 5 to 3 to x comma y and the distance between minus 5 comma 3 to x comma y and the distance between minus 5 comma 3 and 5 comma 3 should be same. Okay, let's write all three here. So root of x2 minus x1, which is x minus of minus 5, which is x plus 5 whole square, plus y minus 3 whole square is equal to root x, second one is x minus 5 whole square plus y minus 3 whole square is equal to root 5 plus 5 whole square plus 3 minus 3 whole square. So I will just consider roots for every side. Now this becomes a plus b whole square, which is x square plus 2 into 5 10x plus 25 plus y square plus 9 minus y, not mine, it should be 3 to the 6 minus 6y is equal to x square minus 10x plus 25 plus y square minus 6y plus 9. So I just related these two first. Let's keep this it aside. Okay, so x square y square get cancelled out, and even 25 9 also gets cancelled out. So we only have 10x, okay, minus 6y, this also gets cancelled out. So simply 10x is equal to minus 10x or 20x is equal to 0. So we got the x value, which is 0. Okay, now use these two conditions. So which are x square minus 10x plus 25 plus y square minus 6y plus 9 is equal to 3 minus 3 is 0 only, 5 plus 3 whole square, which is 10 square root over, so it will be 10. Okay, so x value we got it as 0, so simply remove this term, this term. So now this becomes 25 plus 9 is 34 plus y square minus 6y is equal to 10, or y square minus 6y is equal to 10 minus 34 is minus 24, or if I move to the left side I will get xy square minus 6y plus 24 is equal to 0. So you have to use the quadratic equation formula, get the y value. Y square minus 6y plus 24 is equal to 0. Okay, so 6 4 is 24, 2 is 24. Okay, so you have to use the formula itself. Minus b minus of minus 6 plus or minus root of b square, which is 36, minus 4ac, 4 into 24 by 2a. So y, somewhere there is some difference, cross check. Y square minus 6y so 10 square, it is 10. Wait, here we have to use the square of value. Okay, so if we want to keep the roots values, we haven't, okay, this should be 100 here, 10 square is 100. Okay, so 100 minus 34, 100 minus 34 is 66, so this should be 66 here. So y square minus 6y plus 66. Minus 34 is correct. that side is plus 66. If I move to the right side, it becomes minus 66. Y square minus 6y minus 66 is equal to 0. Now y value is minus of minus b square minus 4 into a into c by 2e. So this becomes 6 plus or minus root of 36 plus 4 into 66. 6 4 24, 2, 6 4 24, 28 by 2. So 284 plus 36, 6 plus 4, 10, 1, 8, 9 plus 3, 12, 2 plus 1, 3. So y is equal to 6 plus root over 320 by 2. Minus 5 3 5 3. Okay, x value is 0. Fine. Using any one of this, so x square minus 10x plus 25 plus y square minus 6y plus 9 is equal to 100. 10 square is 100. Okay, y square minus 6y, 25 plus 4 is 25 plus 9 is 34. 100 minus 34 is 66. Okay, base square minus 4 is 6 4 24, 2, 6 4 24. Okay, it is 264. 264 and 36. 300. It is root of 300. 264 here. Okay, now we can solve it, because it will be 6 plus or minus 10 into root 3 by 2. Okay, so y value is equal to 3 plus or minus 5 root 3. Now substitute the root 3 value. Root 3, as I mentioned in the question, it is 1.7. So I'll write it here. Y is equal to 3 plus or minus 5 into 1.7. So y is equal to 3 plus or minus 5 into 1.7. 7 5 is 35, 3, 5 1 is 5, 6 7 8. So y value will be minus 5.5, or y value will be 3 plus 5 is 11.5. But they have clearly mentioned in the question that the origin is here. So definitely the triangle is not upward, it should be definitely downward. So you have to consider the y value should be negative value. So the y value is only negative, which is minus 5.5. So the final answer is, here I will write x comma y. We have to write at the bottom, x is 0, y is minus 5.5. Okay, let's meet the next question. Okay, 28 are done. So as I mentioned, today I will solve all the 28 questions. In the next video, I will continue from 29th question till 30th question. That 30th question. So we'll cover rest of the questions in the next part. So if you have any doubts with respect to this, kindly mention in the chat section, so that I will also check later and I will answer accordingly. Okay, so hope this session is useful and it's added at least few doubts have been clarified. As I mentioned, if you have any doubts later also, kindly mention in comment section so that I can check and respond it to you accordingly.